all the difference in the world.
He just tilts the viewfinder a little bit, and now it doesn't look like we're podcasting from a cave. It just sounds like it.
No, yeah, it's the echo. All right.
Echo chambers. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Two Guys with Raging Goals. I'm Mikey, and this is Adam. And every Friday starting now. starting this Friday. This Friday, when this comes out. You guys didn't know, we've been gone for about 3 months.
Fuck yeah, we have.
But every Friday,
For
not
the foreseeable future.
in October, November, or December, we bring you a conversational podcast where one of us brings a topic to this table and we discuss it for your enjoyment. If you like that, you can follow us on all of the links that are flying in right now. Fortunately, I have saved, and so I won't have to make those because I don't know if I know how at this point.
That's good. Oh, that's gonna be fun jumping back in.
Yeah, I actually got to do a little bit of premiere work the other day because that new brand launch for Target, we had to make videos for it, and so I did like a highly edited one and sent it in.
Yeah, there we go.
That was pretty good.
That's lit.
But the problem was it was too big to send. The file was too. I was telling you about this, so I had to share my Google Drive like with my boss. Like,
yeah.
Hey, I'm just putting it in my Google Drive. You can open that and find it. I don't think there's anything else in there. I don't think.
Maybe the show.
Maybe.
Maybe like the second episode.
The original intro might be on that Google Drive. It's hard to say. Anyways. You can also subscribe to us on anywhere that podcasts are available. Follow us right here on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. All those fucking things. If you like the shit you see here, want to see some real funny fucking content, you go over to patreon.com/2guysraging. Follow us there. Throw us a couple bucks. Keep the lights on. We got new chairs. Thanks to you guys.
Yep.
New chairs.
They're lit.
They're awesome. You guys can't really see them, but like if you follow the live show, you got to see them. They do this.
Damn, Mike. Looking like a fool right now.
Just saying.
Look at us.
They have backs. They have backs.
I know. I feel.
I
feel so. I feel so.
Way back.
What? I feel like I should like sit off to the side like this.
It's very cool.
I'm so cool right now. I'm so GQ.
Yeah, very G cool.
G cool. G cool lives on this block. G cool was playing mariachi music over at his fucking Buick earlier today.
Yeah, Bianca said, I'll stop on my phone, I swear.
Okay.
She said, was she at least hot? I mean, she's a lesbian, so I don't know that it matters. Like,
once again.
It's for the tax breaks.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Oh, Jesus. Good times. Adam.
Yes, sir.
It has been, some might call it coon's age, since we got together.
Who says that?
People say.
Who says that?
It's a very popular. I'm bringing it back.
Okay.
It's popular back in my day.
Age.
Yeah.
In your age. Oh,
yeah. Back in my day. I'm old. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
Old AF, motherfucker. I got turned up yesterday.
You have to. Oh, buddy. Dude.
For an old person who doesn't party very much.
Ever.
I drank a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
Also, feel pretty good about my recovery though. Woke up, was like, all right.
I know.
Let's do things.
Yeah. Let's get up. Yeah. Let's go to Target.
Yeah, get some coffee.
Get some coffee.
Get the podcasting, you know.
Yeah. Having a good time. It's been a long time. When was the last time we saw each other, I guess? October?
Yeah, had to be.
Had to be?
Yep. I mean, technically, I do have one podcast that I haven't edited yet. So that would have been the last time, but I can't remember exactly.
I can't remember what it was.
We recorded 2 episodes. One was super long, so I broke that one up into like 2 or 3 episodes. And then the other one, I was like, it's not long enough to actually break up, so I'll just record it as one. And I might have even edited it.
And then
never posted it. I can't remember. But I know we have one in the gun still, technically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That one's going up on Patreon at some point.
Yeah.
The lost episodes.
The lost episodes. Well, Let's see. I got through.
Did you marry a lesbian? Well,
I thought about it.
Okay.
I am a lesbian.
I heard that yesterday too.
I'm a lesbian.
I learned a lot of things yesterday.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, you did. Yeah, it was like we were really just throwing you in.
Yeah.
Throwing you in to the deep end.
Adam has a poltergeist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or not a poltergeist because there's something different.
Yeah, I don't know.
People apparently there's something different.
Your wife
Yeah,
knows.
my wife knows.
My wife knows. She'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah. Shout out to Sarah Zach.
Yes.
That was the worst, by the way. The worst thing in the world, I just want everyone to know, this sounds really dumb, but the worst thing in the world is meeting people and them already knowing things about you. Like, so many fucking things.
Everything.
I'm like, well, in case you didn't know, I'm kind of like, she's like, I know. And I was like, fuck!
Yeah.
I was talking to Jess at one point, I forget what I said, and she was like, yeah, because and like, it was a very specific thing from like the live show or something, like, oh, it was something like something I
it was about
or
cooking,
something.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she was like, oh yeah, probably because of those carnitas. And I was like, how do you know what I eat? Like, what is happening?
Oh my gosh. Oh yes.
Good times. Good times.
But yeah, so I got through holiday.
How was that? Because you dual managed.
It was busy
right?
as fuck.
Yeah.
It was busy as fuck. It was the busiest I've ever been in my life. Ever.
Adam ran 2 Starbuckses. 2 of them.
For holiday.
Yeah.
Which like it's different. It's different. You know, this is my second holiday with Starbucks, and it's so different from Target.
Okay.
Target is really busy. It's very taxing. There's Black Friday, which I don't have to do. Like Black Friday's not really a thing for me. But like everyone in the store works really hard to get to Christmas. And so it's really taxing on pretty much everybody. But you work with, 100, 150 people.
And y'all are open on Christmas, right?
Some of us.
Voluntarily?
Yeah, you have to meet certain requirements to be open. You have to be a certain volume, you have to be close to a highway, and you have to
So
be
that you can
close
get
to a
drifters?
hospital. Yeah, like people who are traveling and
Yeah.
stuff. And so
Drifters.
So I what was I saying? Oh yeah, so everybody at Target was working for this common goal, and so it was really like taxing for everyone.
Yeah.
But then like at Starbucks, you're really busy. You get way busier than you are the rest of the year. So it's similar in that fashion, but it's like every day is like this huge rush.
Okay.
And so, whereas like the taxing part at Target was like, oh, this next sale is coming up. We've got to get this ready. And like,
Yeah.
there is a high customer traffic, but like,
We call them guests.
yeah. But like, it's just getting to that next benchmark, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to that benchmark and you're like, okay, but like the Target always moves for holiday, and that's why it's so taxing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Whereas at Starbucks, it's like, just like, oh, it's like fucking turned up to 11, and you're just cranking fucking drinks out, like, left and right.
Yeah, I would imagine there's like less of a pattern too. So like with Target, like every day. So like my Target, I went up to whatever. So I'm not gonna give exact numbers. Not that I'd know them anyways. But like, if say on a normal day we do 50,000, we went up to 100,000 on normal days, and then 200,000 on the weekends. But
Yeah.
you know that very well in advance and can like, to the best of your ability, plan for it a little bit more, and like it's cyclical. So like it's always the same. Whereas I'd imagine like
it's a little bit more unpredictable.
Yeah.
So like,
because like it's not like you guys are running a special this week that is going to drive traffic or something.
Like
Target could drive something and that's going to drive traffic to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like it just like what it does is it pulls your business all over the day. It pulls what.
This is good, by the way. I like the blonde.
Dude,
Yeah.
so smooth.
Never liked a blonde in my life, but
buddy, boy oh boy.
tell you what. I kept saying
Starbucks is
today.
just what?
I was like, you guys were trying to convince me I'd like a blonde, and I was like, I don't get down with blondes, so like that's the mallet I guess right now.
Oh my god. But yeah, so I got through it. It was a really busy time. It was very taxing mentally, but it was like the best experience of my life.
And when did you stop dual managing?
The day after Christmas.
Okay.
So like I got them literally.
Got them to the finish line and were like,
bye. And so now I'm just back down to my one store, hanging out with the cool cats at Scott and Noisy.
Cool cats.
The cool cats, yeah, man.
The fucking gang he's
It's
forming.
so much fun.
They have coats, they have jackets that says cool cats on them.
Cool cats, yeah, leather.
And they all do this.
Shaka.
Shakwa.
Oh my god.
You know, okay, so you mentioned Black Friday, which I don't think I got to talk with you about this. That was like a very, I want to say like seminal moment this year for me.
Yeah.
Because I've never, it's been a long, I've done Black Friday for years now, but it's been a very long time since I've opened for Black Friday.
Oh,
because like
yeah,
the last
yeah.
one I opened was you and I, and like it was like,
Damn.
remember it was just a fuck show and nobody was in electronics, and they were like, "Can you guys go to electronics?" And we were like, "We got it."
Let's do this,
And then
yeah.
it was like chucking stuff and like
that was lit.
and that was a great like we salvaged that whole show, but there was no plan for that. We just threw it together.
Yep.
And because our STL at the time was a fucking moron. It was like,
Oh my god.
like, could you guys do line control? And then I'm your best senior team leader, and you got me out here doing line control. All right.
Yep.
Seems good.
You know, handing out click bars.
Yeah. This seems smart.
Throwing Luna bars at moms and stuff.
But that was the last time that I opened,
Yeah.
right? As an ETL, I never opened. I was always like there in the middle. And also, this year was different for Target in that we closed at midnight.
Yeah.
So we were open from 6 to midnight. It was like a 6-hour like fucking
Mad
feed,
dash.
like just insanity. And it was very seminal for me because it occurred to me as like we got to that day that I was like, I am entrusted with this. Like they are trusting me. Like Target trusts me to do this. And I was like, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Nobody is like here to help me with it. Nobody is there. Like, oh, okay, these are the ways that you do it. This is how you set up Black Friday. This is how you get ready. Like, there's no direction for any of that shit.
Yeah.
I just had to do it, and I was like, and I did, and like, and not just me, obviously. My team was fucking amazing, and like we did a great job. And like, but like ultimately, the responsibility of making sure all of that happens falls on me. And like we're like 10 minutes to open, and I'm like looking around, and everybody's standing around, and I was like, "Make some noise!" And we all and it was crazy. Like, and I was just like, wow, I can't believe. I was like, all right, guys, we're gonna open the doors in just a few minutes. Let's do this.
I cannot imagine the rush that you had.
Oh my god,
like, that had to be fucking amazing.
It was like just pure fucking energy, and like when I opened those doors, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, and I'm running a Black Friday at Target. Holy shit, here we go. And like, fucking went off without a hitch. It was great, but I was just like, wow, that was crazy. And like, it really hit me at that point that like,
well, because that is the moment, right? That is like that's everything. That everything you plan for, everything you build up to, that is everything for that 1 year, and like. It is the reset point, you know, like that whole holiday season, but like that day
is where you kick off into the rest of it, and so like that was crazy for me, but like really cool. Yeah. And then like we had like Target in general had a really great fourth quarter. Like it's going down as like one of the best ones in over 10 years or something like that. Yeah. So like amazing, but like it's just been crazy. When I got to my building, like we were incredibly understaffed. We were down like over 40 team members or something compared to the year before. Yeah. And so like I forget what the math was, but like I had to hire like fucking 8 team members a week in order to get us just to where we were at that point last year, and that didn't include any fourth quarter hires for the season. What? And like right when I got there, that was insane.
Did you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was the second best in our district for staffing, and like I've retained most of them. Yeah.
You wouldn't even have to get rid of any of them. Like none of it really had to be seasonal.
It was just because I have this remodel and stuff, so that's helping and whatever. But like doing that, then getting thrown right into this remodel, like it's just been like fucking insane for like,
Yeah.
hey, I've been doing this job for 5 months, so like, could we, woo! Let's just turn the fucking water hose off for a second.
Yeah, but like, not gonna happen, man. That's awesome.
No.
Isn't
But
it?
yeah, it's been really cool.
And then, yeah, that's gotta be awesome. That's a good feeling. Well, one of the things that happened to me is after my dual managing assignment, I took a trip. I took a trip to Austin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you follow the live show, you got to see Adam in Austin in his
dude. Casita. that's what they called it.
Tortuga. Airbnb. There.
Yes,
Those are
Airbnb.
the words I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was Austin?
Dude, Austin was amazing. It was amazing, man. Like, so one of the things that I posted about at the end of my trip was I only talked to 5 people while I was there. The entire time I was there, I only talked to 5 people in person.
Was that like at the restaurant or whatever that you kept going to, the breakfast place or whatever? You talked to somebody there, right?
Let me think. No, I don't think I ever really talked to anyone when I went out for
Selfish
coffee.
son of a bitch.
But like I literally, those 5 people that I met, that I talked to, I didn't have a conversation that lasted longer than 30 minutes
Okay.
with any of them.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
not
was there-
a lot of dialogue for you.
yeah, and I was there for 6 days.
Yeah.
So like that's not even a person a day.
Yeah.
And that's not even necessarily 20 minutes a day. I was just by myself thinking and being alone with my thoughts. And it was fucking life-changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed my life. You know, like one of the things that I have always felt really strongly about when it comes to my personality is that there's this dichotomy that I have, right?
I love that word.
I'm
SAT
really
word.
yeah, yeah,
Very,
get it.
very chunky.
It's a very crunchy.
Yeah.
Love it. So, but like there's this dichotomy in my life where like what I've been saying is like 70% of the time I act a certain way. Oh no! I know. What am I? A peasant?
Fucking peasant, no trash can over there for me to throw this in, so that's fine.
He's just gonna throw it on the floor.
Yeah.
So
Now it's just gonna end up on the floor.
yeah. But
Anyways.
70% of my time I spend acting a particular way and like kind of, and it's not necessary. It's the fun side of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the side that brings people in. But then at the end of it, I actually kind of feel kind of empty because like I haven't refilled myself, right? And then the other 30% of the time I spend being really introspective and really serious and really calm. And that's the side that a lot of people don't see. You've seen it. There have been times when you've seen, we know, we live together, man. You've seen.
Never seen this motherfucker calm once. And when baby was just born,
Whoa.
in the nursery.
It is
calm.
chill out. And so, like, when I was down there, like, what I decided was I was going to kill the character. That was, like, my big thing.
Okay.
I was going to break down what were all of the ways that I treated myself or acted or did when I was in my 70% personality, and all the things that I acted like and did in my 30% personality. And then I made a cumulative list of 6 things from those 2 lists
Yeah, I did see that.
that could stay.
Yeah.
Everything else had to go. I had to leave it
It's like when he was
me.
cleaning out his closet, like Eminem here.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It was, but those 6 things are this marriage of the 2 sides of my life, and that's one of the things that has really brought me a lot of. I don't want to say peace because it's not a spiritual thing. It's not. I mean, it is kind of spiritual, but it's not a religious thing, because that freaks me out. But like, you know, it's like this calm that has come over me.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That is cool.
It is cool.
I've been thinking a lot about, like, I guess the way that I interact with people a lot, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday. That my revolution/revelation. That I'm very surface with most people. Like, and people assume that I like them or whatever, and I maybe don't give two fucks about you. Like,
right.
I don't know you, I don't know anything about you, and I, like, if you're not one of these, like, 5 people, I don't give a fuck about you.
Yep.
And how that makes it harder for people to relate to me because, and, like, I actually got that feedback from someone I work with who told me, like, you know, it's very hard to get to know you. And I was like, okay, like, the entire team feels like they love me. Like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, is how it felt when I first heard it. I was like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you consider us kind of close, right? And I was like, yeah. I was like, do you know I couldn't tell you one thing about you. The other day, we were having a conversation, and I was like, yeah, well, my sister said that once, and she was like, you have a sister? And I was like,
okay, fair. Fair enough.
There like might be some merit to some of the things, some of the feedback that I've received recently. So thinking about that, right, and how I can be a little bit more genuine, I guess, but then also think about like how that applies to like just who I am in general. Like, I don't know that I want to change it necessarily, but like,
right, I'm totally comfortable not knowing these motherfuckers.
I'm very happy with
cool.
it. But then like, I think most people would consider me an extrovert, right? Like, but it's weird because extroverts like tend to fill their, like, replenish their energy or whatever the fuck you want to call that, like, by being around people.
Right.
And I am very much not that person. I love, in a weird way, I love being around people. I hate people, but I like being around people. Like, I like talking with people and, you know, all that shit, right? And like, you plant me in any room that a party's going on, and like, I can draw a lot
yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, you haven't seen my cousin in a while. You'll be able to talk to her, and you'll be able to entertain the other two.
Yeah,
like
the other cool cats.
No, the 2 cool cats. Yeah.
I'm not in the gang, but I'm marrying in, so like it's fine. But yeah, exactly. Like, you drop me in that room and I'm coming out engaged to a lesbian. So like, like no problem, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't actually, I need, unlike I think most extroverts, I need that sort, like, I'm a very, very much an introvert for the way that I like replenish myself, is that like, I need alone time. I need time not with people and like away from things and like I just want to be on my phone or reading this Wikipedia article or fucking watching a YouTube video, listening to Philip DeFranco, listening to some podcast, something, you know?
Right.
But like, don't need none of this. And like, that's why I love the gym, because it's like my solo time. I don't like, and like, I rarely even work out with Matt, because like, even though like a guy I care a lot about, like, consider him my brother, but like, I don't like working out with people that often, because like, this is my like, this is my time to be alone and like not have fucking 2,000 people talking to me and trying to be on and all that shit. Yeah. So it's just interesting. Like, I don't have any answers or anything or really from that, except for that, like, I am a very strange extrovert, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, and I would agree with that. One of the things that I've really kind of, I guess, come to terms with or realized about myself is somewhat in the same way, but different, because like I am diehard extrovert.
A people person.
Like I
know, that's why we make a great team. Have you met Adam? I just keep going,
and I just love it, and I can't stop. Like I can't stop being around people.
My friends are out there somewhere.
Hey, there he is, the loud boy. Yeah,
get him.
The one with the laugh.
Yeah, you know, holler at your boy.
Yeah, holler at your boy. But although I am very extroverted and comfortable around people, and I share a lot, but I don't really share as much as I think people think that I share. So, for instance, one of the things that I would tell people is like, when I'm in my 70% mindset, I give you 100% of that 70%.
This math is not adding up quickly.
but you really, like, you get 100% of that 70% person.
Yeah.
But you don't get 100% of me.
Right.
And so people feel like they're like getting to know me and they're getting all this information about me.
Yeah.
And they're getting this full picture, and they are, but only of what I am showing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, there's so much more under the surface, and that's why I had to bridge the gap, because, like, that 30% was when I was feeling, like, really taxed internally.
Yeah.
And I was feeling like I was playing this, like, self-blame game and, like, this bullshit where, like, it's okay for me to not be at 11 all the time.
Yeah.
When I'm around people.
Yeah.
Because the times when I am at 11, that's what they all remember. That's what they love.
Right.
And, like, there are times when I can turn it on. And there are times when it's okay for me to just be, like, mellow and cool and chill.
I think that also, like, it makes it hard for people who, like, if they see you at an 11 all the time, that becomes, like, the expectation.
Well, and that's
right?
and that was the other thing. I got really depressed at certain points in time because, like, I would just be depressed because crazy shit was going on.
My calves hurt.
You did get married. I don't know. I don't know.
What the fuck did we do yesterday? Into some crazy shit. I don't know what I did, but my calves hurt. Like
the muscle?
Yeah, my calf muscle. Like they both feel like something smacked them right in the like.
I did get out that wooden plank last night. Like, I'm over here, buddy. I started spanking those calves.
That's the 30%.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm a dominatrix and a podcaster.
I just want to comment real quick how fucked up it is that they got us grandes. Like, I know.
I
get it. Like, you didn't actually say, I think. I don't think you said venti. But, like, who the fuck orders grande coffee?
Did I not say venti?
I don't think so.
I thought I said, can I get a venti blonde
I think you just said, we want 2 blonde Americanos.
with an extra shot.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which also means we got less shots because it's
I know.
Yeah. So like.
I know. I wanted a 5-shot blonde venti Americano, man.
I know. And they handed the drink through the window, and Adam was like, "Oh, well, these are grandes," and I was like, "Small cup." I was like, I don't even know what is this? Like,
is this like a keepsake?
Yeah. This is a kitty cup.
Is this a Christmas ornament?
Where do I get the Trenta? That's what I'm looking for. Wait, what does Trenta mean?
30.
30. And venti is 20?
Venti's 26.
Mm.
We'll talk about that off air. Because I can't talk about the size of that cup right now. But
I'm watching this guy watch my car. Yeah, you keep fucking walking.
Oh yeah.
Keep fucking walking.
I think he gave you finger guns over his shoulder, man. He was like, boo.
Walk on by, motherfucker. This just in through the window.
But what were we talking about?
So like people, that becomes like the expectation, right? That you're going to be at that level all the time.
Mm-hmm. And so like I would get really depressed because like shit would go crazy in my life for a little bit. And then I'd be like kind of depressed and sad and not want to be at 11, and then people would ask me what's wrong, or like, and then it would be like, oh no, I have to be at 11 because these people need me to be at 11 for them. And so then I'd push myself to do it, and then I just wasn't dealing with my problems, which like isn't really me. Like
not
like,
healthy either.
I am such a fucking talker. I talk about my feelings, about my emotions. Mike loves it. Mike gets real. So I grab those arms. Come here. Oh yeah. And Mike's like, okay, I've had enough.
Talking about
Mike's
emotions.
like, I've only been in town for 3 hours and I know a little too much about your life.
Matt did a really nice job of this. So like he was going through some shit, right?
Yeah.
And so like I asked him if he wanted to work out together. He said, yep. We worked out together. We had breakfast.
Yep.
We ate all the food. We talked very briefly about things. Didn't get awkward. And he was like, hey, I really appreciate this. And I was like, I appreciate that you know that this was
about as comfortable as I am.
This was about as comfortable. Like, this is as good as it will ever get from me consoling you. Like, I cannot do, like, I can be the guy who is there.
Yeah.
But, like, literally when you, like, I'll read you some of the texts I sent him when he told me, like, his relationship was potentially ending and stuff, and I was like, so, like, do you need me to get you condoms? Like, things like that. Like, I'm really good with one-liners.
Yep. That's like when that guy that I used to talk to, messaged me
Yeah.
and asked for a job.
Yeah.
And you were like, did you tell him you wouldn't even hire him for a blowjob? God damn it.
I'm zinging. I'm zippy, you know?
Yeah, so.
Very surface level.
Yeah,
Let's
true.
let's not get out the shovel.
Yeah, let's just skim right across the top. Like one of those water lizards.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I'm good. With the fringe.
Yeah. God damn it, I missed this.
Oh, fuck. So yeah, I think that's cool though. Like, I mean, I think it's very natural too. Like going from the end of the year to the beginning of the year, that you start thinking about like, what things do I want to improve in myself? Like, how do I want to change? Like, what do I take in from this year and that sort of shit. So I think it's cool that we both kind of have been thinking about those sorts of things. I don't know how I'm going to apply, or if I will apply any of the things that I've thought of, but like, there goes another traveler.
He was like right next to me.
Yeah, he was right next to
my car.
Right
next to
Yeah, fucking guy.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, like I don't know how I'm necessarily going to apply any of that, but it is just interesting to me, like.
Well, I've already started making the 6 changes to my life.
The 6.
I have six characteristics that I refuse to compromise. I have a list of 11 rules for relationships, and a list of 12 goals for my career, personal, and my career life, my self life, and my relationship life. So those are the 3 things that I'm.
I feel like there's threads.
Yeah. I could definitely pin them into the walls, tie the strings. Oh, buddy.
I'm glad you got here. You can help me put up the strings. I think I figured out the movement thing.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Let's see, what else? We both saw Star Wars. We should talk about that before we wrap this up. I know, very, very different from the self-help thing.
You and I kind of talked about it after you saw it.
Yeah. I feel like we...
Have you only seen it once?
Yes.
Okay.
How many times have you seen it?
Once.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
We had very different reactions.
Yes.
To it.
Yeah, I feel like we see it very differently.
We do.
Because I'm a pretty big fan, and you were not.
I am not a fan.
Yeah. Interesting.
I am not.
So what did you not like about it? Spoilers. Coming in.
Yeah. If you've not seen Star Wars, shut this fucking shit off. We've already got your view. Leave now.
Yeah, you can go.
Why was Luke Skywalker...
Wait. Should we just make this a New Year's, New You one, and
New
then
Star Wars.
and then do the Star Wars one after this?
We could.
Okay. All right. So let's end.
What was that? That was like a Pokemon noise. That was like
it was like a Pokemon noise from like Yellow.
Yeah. Whoa!
A wild Pidgey has appeared. Yeah, there's 7,000 of them. Rattata wants to fight. Does he? Does he?
Again,
Jesus.
really?
You know my biggest fucking problem with Pokemon? Here's my problem with Pokemon. The manga, animated, whatever. However you want to look at this. Pikachu. He's been around for 13 years, something like that, right? And I get it. He doesn't evolve because...
I think he's been around for a lot longer than 13. He's been around
Is it 50 years? No.
No, he's... Whoa!
25. Was it 25? I think that's what they just celebrated last year. It was the 25 years of Pokemon, something like that. He has been with Ash for a very long time. I realize Ash hasn't, aged, but, it is a continual show. It is not a, I
always thought it was episodic.
You always thought it was episodic.
After Johto.
Yeah, but that is not true.
I know.
It evolves because he went back and got Charizard and
I know. It's weird.
Yes.
It's weird.
Misty and Brock come
because
in
things got weird in the anime, in the dub. I think at some point, they weren't referencing all of the old stuff.
Right,
and so it was
they would pretend like Misty didn't exist and stuff sometimes. And
Yes.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden she's back. And So here's my problem.
Okay. I'm ready.
I understand that Pikachu doesn't evolve because he doesn't want to. And so he does, like, and Pikachus don't evolve without the Thunderstone. I get that. So he's not going to evolve.
He's a level 100 Pikachu.
Yeah.
Level 100.
Yeah, this is my issue though. Motherfucker should be a level 100 by now.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
And every time he goes to the first gym in any one of these new fucking shows, Pikachu gets his ass handed to him. And I'm like,
there's no way.
I understand that Pikachu, like that maybe the new Pokemon that you got in that region are weaker. But Pikachu should be able to literally look at something and slaughter it. Just fucking, that's the first evolution of the brand new starter? Yeah, Pikachu's gonna fucking murder him because
kill it.
It doesn't matter. At best, this guy's a level 15 and Pikachu's a level 100 Pokemon. He has more experience than any other fucking Pokemon in the world.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker's just like, yeah, got my ass beat every time, every fucking time. And I'm like,
cool.
He's like, Ash, is your Pikachu retarded, or what the fuck is happening?
Did you ever see that scene from the Pokemon movie?
What, where Pikachu cries or
and talks?
What? He talks?
Wait,
in the real movie? Like the first movie?
No, in the.
Oh no, I did hear that they can talk now somehow, like Pikachu.
Pikachu spoke.
Yeah.
He said, like, Ash, I love you.
Is that what he's been putting all of his XP into?
Learning how to fucking
he certainly didn't put it into fucking HP, the motherfucker. Jesus. Getting his ass whooped by fucking level 1 goddamn Clefairy. That's crazy. Okay, so anyways. That was just a quick little rant.
Yeah.
About some Pokemon. So do you have any goals? What are some of your goals for this year? What do you got there? Because I don't know if you know this, but we accomplished all our goals for TGRG this year.
Yeah.
We accomplished every one of them.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
So
except for the chairs, that technically happened in 2018, but like I'm counting it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't see each other.
Yeah, I'm going through our list on our OneNote, and I was like, wow, we did that one, we got that one, we got that one, we got that one, all the way down, and then I was like, fucking chairs. That's what's holding us back?
Let's do it.
I was like, I gotta get on Amazon right now and get some chairs.
So my personal goals, I actually have them written down somewhere. I should find that notebook.
You can, I can.
Can you vamp? Where are my goals? I wrote it on the...
Adam, you made a book up here out of nowhere.
Oh my god, look at me! Okay, so as far as my goals go, the biggest thing is like putting 100% of my myself into work and making sure that work does not interfere with my personal life or relationship life.
Okay.
So like being very planful, being very successful in like keeping work afloat and normal.
Okay.
And then my second list is like, it's really about improving my life and taking part in the things that I enjoy, because that's something that I think was really lost on me, or something that I really didn't do. And that's what got me to the point where I was really, really like, I don't know, not feeling it anymore. And it was kind of impeding on my life, my work, everything.
Okay.
Right? So like, it's about eating better. It's about finding time for self-improvement, taking part in my passions like nature, art, and music. And then my relationship goals are really just about like, it's my relationships with others, not necessarily like a significant other.
Okay.
So it's about like never allowing my relationships to bleed into the other categories, because sometimes my relationships with people that I work with interfere with the way that I work with people.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or like my relationships with others will then take precedence over my self-wellness or self-improvement. Okay. So like that's never, that can't happen. And then like expanding and empowering others and getting to know new people. Those are my goals.
Getting
for
to know
myself.
new people. That makes sense.
Yeah.
easy. That one should be easy for you. You fucking random ass motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So what are your goals? What are your personal goals?
So like this week I'm putting down like I'm formalizing my work goals. Because like I'm gonna do reviews for my leaders soon, and so like I want to make sure we're all pulling the same way, and like I have like a fairly good idea of what I want that to look like, but I do like I guess I don't feel the like normally my work goal is like I want to get promoted or I want to hit this marker or something like that in the large sense, right? Like I have like goals at work all the time, but like
yes,
the overarching theme of each episode of
has been like how do I get to the next level?
Yeah, how do I get promoted? I don't necessarily want that right now. Like that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about like how I can make that store like wired. Yeah, that's what I'm working towards.
So I'm sorry, Dan.
No, go ahead.
So there was this article that I read immediately after coming back from my vacation. It was probably a week after I came back, and not immediate, but like immediate in the sense of like life and time. So, and it like hit me really hard. It was this article about goal setting, and how goal setting is something that discourages people. So I actually thought about you a lot when I was reading this like goal setting thing, because we've talked about like how for like your personal diet, what you eat, and stuff, like you have to have flexibility, in that, right? And I think about like
tacos once in a while,
right? And I think about your process of like going to the gym and working out and stuff like that. You don't necessarily like, sure, you've got like places you'd like to be as far as like weight, as far as like whatever, right? Yeah. But the biggest thing that you're committing to is the process.
Right, yeah.
Of going and working out.
Yeah.
And so he talks about like the biggest thing is like you need to commit to the process, and the process that you know you're committing to, you know will get a certain result.
Yeah.
So if you commit to the process and you follow the process, you should get the result.
Right.
And not limit yourself to the goal, because if you're not getting immediate satisfaction,
then it becomes very easy
then it's
to fall
like,
off. Yeah, and it's super true. You have to make things about the process much more than the final product, because if you aren't, to quote Inky Johnson, if you don't fall in love with the process, like you're gonna quit, and quitting becomes a habit. So I don't know exactly what I want from. Like I know specific things for work that I want to see improved. Yeah. But like that's very like in the weeds for target that I don't need to share on here. Right. But I want to have like a wired store. Like I want to have a store that like has very high functioning leaders, works really well, and like I in the 5 months I've been there or whatever, like it has definitely like we've turned the boat around and going the right direction and like feels good. But we are still not where I would call it like that store just runs. Like it is wired. Everybody knows what they're doing when they come. Like that's where I want to get it. So that's what I'm working on this year. Ultimately, like my biggest thing from work is this will be my first year having a best team survey. That like is solely I'm the STL, right? And so I want to see like really great results on that. That's the thing that I care the most about. So like that's. The continued evolution of me and my role as a store manager for my first year, my first actual time, like year in time wise, not like technically last year was my first year as a store manager because the year's over. But I've only been in role 5 months, so still sketch. So figuring all of that stuff out, but so that's kind of where work is. I don't like it because it's not a very specific or measurable thing right now, but like I have work goals that I want to ultimately make it so that store is considered green. Like it is a store that has gone from on hot fire most days to it functions, makes money, does all those things. So I want to do that. I want to be able to deadlift 400 pounds for reps. So right now I'm at 395. for my 1 rep max. So like I can pick up 395 pounds once and then put it back down. But like I can't do that repeatedly.
Okay.
So I would like to get to, I know I'll get to 400 for 1. That's 5 more pounds. I can do it.
Yeah.
That's not going to be hard. But to be able to do it repeatedly. So when I say that, I'm talking like, I want to be able to do like 4 reps of 400 for like 3 sets. So like do 4, put it down, rest 30 seconds or whatever, do another 4, put it down. So right now I'm weighing in at like 180, 180, well, depends from yesterday, but like probably closer to like 185 right now.
Yeah.
But so then putting up 400 pounds is significant versus my body weight. So like,
Right.
Feeling very strong there, but I want to see that like continue to move. I think last year at Christmas I broke my 300 mark. Like that was the first time that I had deadlifted 300 pounds, and I was like fucking ecstatic about it. And then so this whole year I worked up to getting to 400, got 395. So I like before I still have not actually hit 400, but it's in my sights. So continuing to improve there, that will be super exciting for me. And then like I have some other fitness goals, but really this is like my first full year of like going and bulking and then now leaning out. And so I'm just curious on how lean I can get. Like it's going to be very cool come like June, see where I'm at. So the next little bit here, figuring that out. I also last year I started meditating. I want to do more of that. I like through the 4th quarter I did a pretty shitty job of staying on top of that. So I pay for Headspace, the app, which if you're not using Headspace you should. It's fucking amazing. And it's just 10 minutes in the morning. So I want to do more of that. So like consistently meditating. I think that just helps me be much more centered and like less reactive based on my emotions. So like I'm a pretty emotional leader. So like when things happen I get fucking pissed or whatever, and so like in meditation has helped me to like think before I act a little bit, and like, and that's the like for me at least that's what I'm taking from meditating is that like so you're sitting there right and you're just focusing on your breath and you're focusing on your breath, but inevitably you start thinking about something else, or I pull out my phone and I go on it while like the fucking thing's playing and I'm not paying attention. But then you remember that, oh fuck, I'm supposed to be thinking about my breath, and then you go back to it. That is successfully meditating because it's training yourself to think, to like go back to that, to be focused on something, to like it's for me meditation is the training of your brain to actually like be able to focus on something as opposed to like just reacting to the moment. And so like that's helped me when like something goes wrong at work, instead of like getting upset about it, I actually, okay, wait, I can think about this for a second and then process and then have a better reaction. And so last year one of my goals was to start meditating. This year is to like actually make that a consistent part of my life. So I think that'll be super helpful. And then I want to travel this year, so we have plans to go to Hawaii. I want to do that. So I think that'll be really cool. And then in the winter, I would like to go, like in January or something like that next year. I would like to go. Sorry, my year gets screwy because Target's year doesn't start until February. So like I count January on the back half of the year. But I realize that January is actually the beginning of the year. But
do you realize?
I mean,
how that works?
Like it's like Rodney with his weekend. That, no, the week starts on Monday, and I'm like, yeah, except for everywhere else in the world, except for in Costco. So like, but yeah, I realize the year starts in January, just not for Target. But hopefully then I would like to go to Europe or something. I want to go off season, so it's not during a touristy time, but do something like that. That's kind of work, and then like my health, and then I want to travel.
Yeah, that's fucking lit.
Yeah, man. I know. Like we'll go to California, but like outside of that, like I don't travel a ton. So
yeah. So one of the things. So there are two things that really really spoke to me. So number one is I didn't realize how much I love writing until I got this notebook. Jessica Davis, you met her, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
She bought me this notebook, and
one of the cool cats.
I started. She hates when I do this.
Yeah, everybody does. It's fine.
So I start. It's gonna be my new sign off. I'm gonna start doing this on Two Guys Raging Tuesday.
Oh wow! And then he threw it at me.
What a great gift. I ought to smack you upside the fucking head with it. I started writing, and I forgot that I used to write all the time when I was younger.
Was this when you were doing the under the bed?
Oh well, no.
Were those
it was before. Yeah, it was. Ooh, that is dicey.
New script.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I used to write all the time, and then I got into writing in this book, and it tapped into like this really creative side of my personality that I didn't even realize I had.
Oh,
you know, like I've always been like creative I like to think I'm creative from an art standpoint, right? Like I love photography, I love design stuff, and I think that I can dabble in a little bit of everything. Like I wouldn't say like I'm a great photographer, but I can take photos.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say that
As a photog.
I'm a photog, yeah. And I wouldn't say that I am like a designer, but I have an eye for graphic design.
Do you meet often with your friends?
Stop it! Stop. Yeah, me and the lesbos hanging out. And so then, but I love writing. I love like writing stories, telling stories, and it translates so well into writing. So that's one of my personal goals, something that I really want to do. And then there was one more thing. Oh, traveling by yourself.
Oh yeah.
So when I went to Austin,
That's insane. I don't think I'll ever do that.
Dude, everybody was like, who are you gonna meet there? Nobody, dude. Like, no.
I think it was a Tinder date.
Yeah. Well, that's what my mom thought. My mom was like, she was like, is this to meet some boy? And I was like, no, fucking whatever, Mom. I'm just going by myself. She was like, you better be careful.
And got captured.
She was like,
taken in Austin.
she's like, don't go into anybody's house. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck, Mom?
Don't go into anybody's
first of all,
Good advice.
I'm 26, okay? If I want, I'll die if I want to, okay?
I'll die.
Traveling by myself, that was something that I never thought I would do.
Yeah.
But it was something I had to do because of the headspace I was in. And so I just booked, yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I just booked this entire trip, and I was like, I'm gonna go by myself, and it was so fucking scary. And I don't think we've really talked about my travel experience either, but like, it was scary because the only person I've ever been in an airport with is you.
Oh yeah.
And we have like a really legit fucking system.
Yeah, we got a good system down.
Like,
Everything.
You're really like gung ho, like let's get to this destination. I'm very like thoughtful, and I'm like,
Yep.
okay, this is.
We're gonna have
like,
to do this.
This is our route. This is our path, and you're like okay, boom.
very well executed.
And so it works so well because we balance each other
Yeah.
in that instance. And I was like, oh my God, like going through airport security.
I was gonna say, get ready for some airport fun.
God
Yeah.
damn it!
What shit?
And that is the most stressful part of the entire thing.
Remember when I went through with film?
And they were like, here you go.
Yeah.
And you were like,
Right next to the sign that says "Do not bring film."
highly flammable.
Highly flammable. What do you think that fire emblem means? It's probably fine. Just put that.
Yeah, it's
You got a stack of CDs in there? Oh, shut down? No.
Yeah, who the fuck?
I got a stack of CDs.
But yeah, so I booked that entire trip, and I went, and I was by myself, and it was liberating, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like as someone like you, I think, would really benefit from it because like it's just a really cool experience. Like, well, it's not just cool. Like it's liberating for yourself. Like it's something that you wouldn't think that you could be successful doing, and then you do it, and you're like, wow.
It reminds me of people who go out to restaurants and eat by themselves, though.
Oh, I love doing that.
See, that's creepy.
No, man.
It's creepy.
Going up. Okay, so but this is what it is. This is what it is. All right. This is my challenge to you this year. One time.
Oh no, never.
No. Listen. No. One time. One time.
One time.
What are you? Some sort of bitch?
Yeah, basically.
You're a big old bitch.
But here's the thing.
You ain't nothing but a
Why
bitch.
would I go out to a restaurant and eat by myself? Like, for me, going to a restaurant is an experience that it like yesterday at the Hoppy Gnome, right?
Yes.
But if I was just by myself, I would just make those fucking tacos. You know, like that's my thing. Like,
find a really cool breakfast place.
I mean, I love breakfast.
Breakfast is great, and you make a really good breakfast.
I do.
But there's something about this going to a diner.
Okay, Tim Didier.
Some sort of diner, getting breakfast and scrolling through like your news app, you're like getting updated for the morning, for the week, over breakfast with yourself. And like it just like
fucking Tim Didier.
And breakfast is the best time to do it if you're gonna do it, because it's not like overcrowded or packed up and you don't feel like
there bringing you coffee.
Yes,
and
exactly. And all the bacon. But like that's how this trip started, because I like when I went through a breakup in September, and after that, once every 2 weeks, I would go out to breakfast with myself, and I would just
the 70% taking the 30% out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like me and my multiple personalities, we were just hanging out, and like it opened up a whole different world for me, because it's not lonely, but it is solitary, and like there's something that you discover about yourself in those solitary moments. It's so true. It's so fucking true, man. I'm telling you.
Look at the camera. Look at.
You're like, I think I've been trapped. You know, Adam went on that Tinder date to Austin, Texas. Yeah. Now he's trapped me.
Done been trapped up in the studio. Guys, this has been another episode of Two Guys with Raging Goals. If you like what you saw here, make sure to subscribe to all those things that were flying in there, you know, that thing. And we will catch you on the next one.